Live from the shit show,
Yeah.
where the children should be seen but not heard room. It's Cocktails with Heather, starring Heather Diane, Papaya Eagle Talons,
Good.
and me, Mike Sutherland. On today's show, we have another Dear Miss Heather. Voyeurism. I see you out there. Where would you like to eat? Open relationships. Are they good for the soul? And we read from the book of the Lubricated Aunt. Plus our drink of the day, the Shocker.
Ooh, I like it.
And here,
Cocktails in.
Oh, you made it short.
Dear Miss Heather,
Yes.
my wife has asked for an open marriage because the spark is gone for her. She is wondering if her sleeping with another guy will bring the spark back for me, which sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, that spark is called AIDS.
From my understanding, this can't be a good foundation for opening up our marriage. To me, she wants her cake and to eat him too. Wouldn't we be more successful if our relationship is solid first?
Yes. You can't have a good open relationship unless you have a solid foundation in which to go back to. And rules, and both people have to be interested. Sounds like he's not interested.
Again, I mean, it goes from... Here's the part of the whole
He's
letter.
not interested.
From my understanding, this can't be a good foundation for opening up our marriage, which means that he's found nobody.
Yeah, this is not a good foundation because I don't have anybody to bone yet.
Yeah, that's not fair.
You have to find me somebody to bone first.
I didn't even see that, but you're right. Yeah.
She can't sleep with another guy.
Like he seems to be open to it as long as he can get his fuck on as well.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't necessarily say that. He just said it wasn't a good foundation. So you do have to have that foundation no matter if you're a swinger or you have an open marriage. I think what he's alluding to under that premise is that it's more of a swing where there's two other people that want to do this as well. So there's like a match set.
You could fit into the voyeur
Like
thing.
salt and pepper. If you have just an open relationship, it doesn't matter if the other person's getting any. You gonna get yours.
Yeah, my wife has asked for an open marriage because the spark is gone for her. Well, bye-bye, bitch.
Yeah,
You know?
that's pretty much what she's saying.
I don't want to...
You can either have an open marriage or I'm going to sleep with this dude.
Yeah, she's...
She doesn't have the balls to ask for a divorce, so
Yeah.
instead she says, "Yeah, I want to fuck around." So then he gets all butthurt, does
Well, no,
something
hold on,
crazy,
hold on.
and then she has
You're
she
going
has a
way down-
guilt-free way
Joe!
of leaving him.
Stop.
I wanted to
Going
finish
to-
what I was saying.
You're going down the line. We're going way too dark. We're going way too far down.
That's not...
Tell me about your mother. I got philosophical.
His wife asked for an open marriage
Because Spark's gone for her.
because the spark's gone for her.
Doesn't find him attractive anymore.
So, and she it's not that we don't know if she has the balls or not to ask him for a divorce.
Maybe she doesn't want a divorce.
want a yeah, exactly. Maybe she feels that there's comfort
Isn't
in being
this
married.
all based off assumptions? We're all assuming something.
Well, you can't no.
Well, you can't just go
just
off of
assume
what it
in
is.
blanket statement she's too afraid.
Hey, there's my if. You guys have an if?
No,
I have an
but
if.
you didn't. You blanket statemented it. You made a blanket
She's a
statement.
dirty
I'm wondering
whore.
how it'll bring the spark back for the dude because like it'll be a jealousy thing or maybe he gets off on it. Maybe she wants a cuckold thing.
Her jizz pouch.
Maybe she wants a cuckold thing where he
Maybe.
watches.
Yeah, which brings us into our fetish, but that's cool.
Oh God. Okay.
Which is voyeurism.
Okay. Yeah, have a solid foundation first, sir, Mr. Letter Writer. You gotta have that solid. You are correct. You need a solid foundation for that. You both have to be willing, and you have to understand that an open relationship doesn't mean that you necessarily get a gimme on that one. You're gonna have to go out and woo your own person.
Yeah, let's see how your wife reacts when you bring home somebody and say, I got mine.
I don't think she really cares because she wants to have an open relationship and she's already looking.
Well, she's just testing him to see what he'll do.
Or that.
Or
Like, what if that was, she hoped that would be a spark to get him to step up and start doing something differently, and instead he took it another way. You know what was
I don't really think that you can take it any other way. I want to have an open relationship.
Well, okay, so yes, okay, Mike, now I see where you're coming from because that's how I take it too. But you've got to remember that other people do weird shit. They
Yeah,
don't
some
just come
women-
out and say what they mean.
Some women can
They
play
go this
games.
weird roundabout way
Yeah.
of bringing stuff up.
In terms like that, when somebody goes, "I want to have an open relationship,"
I'm not
She,
sure
she could be
anything
playing
else.
like a real life Inception, okay? Like trying to plant something in your brain.
You know what?
I can see where you're going. with it.
People do that. That's correct. But to me and to you, probably, if someone came to me and said, "I want to have an open relationship," I know I'm going to take it exactly
Literally,
as
yeah,
that.
Exactly, literally, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could see
You
where
tell
you're
me
going with
I
it,
want
but
to leave, or I don't want to do this anymore, or I'm not happy, or you should go find somebody else. I'm going to take all those literally.
You sound like a rational person, and you sound like a rational person. We know that there is a shit ton of irrational people in this fucking world.
you sound like a blabby drunk.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've got to play the devil's advocate, and I get where you're coming from with this, but
Devil's advocate.
when it comes to these types of letters, I have to take it for face value, and the face value is my wife is looking for an open relationship. She asked me to have an open relationship. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about what an open relationship is. She wants to go and see other people.
Yeah.
Not necessarily men, but,
So they
other
should
people.
sign up for Playboy Swing.
There is no such thing as Playboy Swing.
Well, there used to be.
Yeah.
Used to could.
Did it die with Hef?
It died like in the 70s.
No.
Playboy
There's
clubs
a
are
TV show called Playboy Swing.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone. Pretty sure that they don't show that
I
anymore.
don't remember that.
It's well, you can find it on X videos. They have clips of it. It looks like it's within the last 5 years or so.
It's possible. I don't know. What it comes down to though is, I don't buy into what Joe's devil advocacy here, which is
She just wants to leave him and doesn't want to ask for a divorce.
She wants the stability of home. She wants to be able to come home and not have to worry about whatever else. And he's there. She's just not interested in having a sexual relationship with him anymore. So basically, she just wants to date other people and come home to daddy, I guess.
I
don't
guess.
know.
I don't
What?
know.
And watch The Bachelor with her husband?
Yeah.
Or enjoy that friendship or relationship that they have and not have
which
to do
is,
him.
Hey, I mean, sometimes a marriage can tell you if you're better off just being best friends instead of lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Which moves us into the next phase, which is voyeurism.
I could see that.
It is the sexual interest or practice of spying on people engaged in intimate behaviors such as undressing, sexual activity, or other actions usually considered to be of private nature. This is my favorite part. The term comes from the French voir, which means to see. A male voyeur is commonly labeled as a peeping Tom or a jags,
What?
a term which originates from the Lady Godiva legend, or Godiva.
Godiva.
However, that term is usually applied to a male who observes someone secretly and generally not in a public place. So, voyeurism.
I mean, I'll watch it.
It's like the guy who
Well, that's
ran the hotel.
what it means.
Right. I mean, like I'm not gonna turn away.
It's like the guy who ran the hotel and he was spying through the air ducts above the ceiling.
See, there's different levels of it. I think there's the people that go like that out of their way to do that.
Yeah.
Like really try hard to watch somebody else doing something. And then there's people like me is like, I'm not going to do that. But like, if it's happening in front of me, like I'll eat some popcorn and watch this.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Like there was a time I was at the strip club. I took my wife with me, and I wanted her to get a lap dance from this one that I was attracted to. And as she was getting the lap dance, all of a sudden this other guy who was getting a lap dance, the girl that was giving it to him, her friend walked up and started going down on her while they were there, while she was giving the other guy a lap dance. And we all just stopped and started watching. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Like, just to see that in real life. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Bravo.
Voyeurs were well-paying hole lookers. That's my favorite term right there.
I think we've talked about
I
this
think
before.
we're going to
Whole looker.
We're going to name the podcast Hole Lookers. In especially Parisian brothels, a commercial innovation described as far back as 1857, but not gaining much notoriety until the 1880s.
So if you don't want to pay the full price, you can pay a partial price to look through the hole.
Yeah, like the cartoons where the kids would watch baseball.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
the hole in the
that's
fence.
In the 40s and 50s. They did that.
The glory hole.
Where
Yeah.
the naked people dance.
And get poked in the eye.
Yeah. Oh, it's a glory hole, you son of a bitch.
There's a hole in the wall.
9, 9, 9, 9. What the hell's going on? 10, 10, 10.
So if you're about to stick it in, will that mean that you're on the edge of glory?
No, because you're not edging. So when it comes to voyeurism, what do you think, Joe?
What do I think is voyeurism?
No.
No.
Does it
What do you
turn
think
you
about
on?
Yes, absolutely. But
I mean, Would it not turn somebody on?
It's like with how I like public sex. The sneaky public sex, not just right out in front of everybody, but sneaking. Like around a corner or behind something. Just the thrill of getting caught. The idea that you might get caught. Voyeurism is, voyeurism is fucking cool, man. We do it. Everyone does it all the time. When technically you're doing voyeurism when you're watching porn.
Technically, it's been linked with OCD.
What?
Yeah, voyeurism has been linked with obsessive compulsive disorder. When treated by the same approach as OCD, voyeuristic behaviors significantly decrease. Historically, voyeurism has been treated in a variety of ways. Shock aversion. So let's shock the shit out of people.
Like Clockwork Orange?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is based on the idea that countries with pornography censorship have high amounts of voyeurism. That's interesting. I would wonder if America has a low rate of voyeurism. Like, all I can think of is Back to the Future, right?
Where he's in the tree.
Yeah,
I think that it's probably
kids in the trees again.
It's got to be vastly reduced because any kid can pull up anything and see anything. They don't have to go sneak around and try and see someone through a window at this point. Yeah.
The voyeurism thing is difficult for me because I respect people's wishes and I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, watching someone doing something sexual, whether it be taking a shower or playing with themselves or having sex with someone else, that there is something about that turns me on. But like I said, I don't want to I wouldn't want to freak someone out and feel like threatened or intimidated or scared if they ever caught me doing it. So that's why I'm not open to do it.
Well, pornography can be used as a means of satisfying voyeuristic desires without breaking the law.
You're kind of watching it. But, So, there's that. But here's the thing is, like, for me personally, I'm not, like, a sneaky voyeuristic person. Like, if I see somebody doing something, it's not like I'm just going to quietly, like, watch and just, like, be very serious about it. Like, I'm, like, super loud, like, hey, yeah, get it on,
oh, that too. Yeah, definitely.
Woo!
Yeah.
Just get into it.
Let me get my drink.
Oh, let me walk up and smack a butt cheek real quick and then get back in the crowd.
Exactly.
I would fucking punch you.
That is exactly.
Get it on, go do it, yeah.
That's exactly how I approach it. So it's like...
You would not do that.
I've done that. I have done that in a fucking orgy. Yes, I have.
Oh, God, I don't want to picture you in an orgy. Oh, please bleach my mind.
I was thinner. I was very attractive when I was in my 20s.
Let's discuss that.
Where's my bleach? I need my bleach.
The fuck do you mean at an orgy?
It was more like a 3-day train session with 2 chicks and a bunch of my friends. Yes, and there was one moment where one of my friends was doing one of these girls, and he was butt naked, and I walked up and I smacked his ass, and I said,
"We're not worried about that.
We're
worried about how you always sound very inexperienced, and all of a sudden you had a 3-day train."
Yes,
you're not. You didn't even go into the story. You just you said this, and then that was it. I wanted to discuss this more.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
How did this happen?
What the fuck?
The names have been changed.
You don't have to.
We don't even care about their names. I actually don't even care. I don't even care who the people are.
They probably don't even fucking listen to the show.
Oh my
I'm never going to
God.
meet them. Maybe.
Okay.
We probably already know them.
So this was back in 2000. So goddamn, that was 19 years ago. February of 2000, I believe. Anyway,
you're like Ivan when you tell a story. When Ivan tells, I'm breaking into this for just 1 second.
Okay.
When Ivan tells a story, he's always talking about whatever. So I went to the store, and this guy parked in front of me, but the guy was black. When Joe tells a story, well, this happened back in the year 2000. My God, that was 19 years ago? This happened back in 1999. That was 20 fucking years ago?
Did we have toasters then?
Okay, are you done?
Yeah, we're done now.
Critiquing me? Okay. So a friend of
This
mine
happened in 2000, 19 years ago.
He had a sewage spill in his house, and it was the county's fault. So the county put two
Did you have an
trailers.
orgy in the house?
They put 2 trailers in front of his house in the driveway. Okay. His family.
It started with a sewage spill.
His family. Thank you, sewage spill. His family went down to visit other family near Fresno.
Let us recap.
Oh my!
Sewage spill.
Yes.
And so I may have missed it. There was a sewage spill.
So for the first night, it was the first couple nights. It was just him there. His family was not there. Well, we all had
Where
a
the
friend.
fuck was his family?
They were down visiting family in Fresno, near Fresno. Okay, so he had the 2 trailers to himself. Only thing that was accessible in the house was the garage, which had a pool table, and we would play
Did the
pool.
doors face each other?
No.
So you couldn't dock. Okay.
One man, two trailers.
Yeah, they were on the opposite sides. So yeah. So no, they were like completely alternate fucking worlds.
2 trailers, 1 dock.
So we had a friend who didn't find out till he was older that he was kind of a fucking perverted piece of shit. But at the time when we were,
You didn't find out till later?
We didn't find out till,
we didn't find out till after the orgy.
I was like fucking
After the
20. I was like
sewage smell.
22 at the time. I was like 22. Okay, he was my age. He was like 21, 22. Okay, so
that this guy was a pervert.
we had this friend
after the orgy.
who he was one of those. He was one of those. You guys want to hear this shit? Okay, you want to hear it?
Hey, you can't stop us from commenting.
Okay. We had a friend who could pull chicks anytime. It was he had this fucking skill where he get young, and the older we got, to realize he could only pull young chicks. He couldn't pull fucking chicks,
The
when he was
ones that had a brain.
teenagers and
the old
like
chicks
18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, yeah. Like impressionable, like ones, definitely the ones
12-year-olds.
He could pull the ones that wanted to get back at daddy, like that had money and things like that, okay? And so he was that bad boy.
That guy has motherfucking skills.
So this one night, we're all hanging out, playing, partying, drinking and playing pool and shit. And he's like, "Okay, I can get
their leather jackets and their rolled up jeans."
He's all, "I can get a couple chicks over here, and we're gonna have some fun." Okay, well, I'm gonna get married soon. I'm about to have a kid. I'm not doing any of this shit.
Yeah, you are.
You is.
And I'm like, no,
you cheater.
So. And you know what? I did the step-by-step thing where first, because we were having problems.
I put a finger in her. She's not going to care.
We was problem. First, I was like, okay, I'll just watch. Then, I'll just let her go down on me. And then, yeah, it escalated from there. So anyway.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
With those people.
So anyway, first only one chick was there. And this one dude was there that we never seen before. I've never seen before, but he was friends of other friends. Okay? He takes her into the trailer. Gets her ready, okay?
Gets her ready?
Yeah. Gets her all in the mood because she smokes some weed, drinks a little bit, and then she's ready to party. So he takes her in the trailer. He's doing his thing with her.
Sloppy seconds.
And then I go in there, and doesn't really seem to be into it. She seems kind of shy and stuff, so I didn't push it. And all of a sudden, we started making out a little bit, and then all of a sudden she gets in the mood, and then we start going at it. But you could tell that she's like new at this because... Anyway, I don't want to go into too much detail, but you could tell she was very virginal, okay? And so I wasn't into it, so I left the trailer. So now it was time to go pick up the other girl. Other girls were hanging with this dude's other friend who could also pull chicks. We go pick her up. She's the complete opposite. You can tell she's been around the block at least 1,500 times. She's ready to fucking party. She's ready for the fucking gangbang, okay? We go get her.
Here for the gangbang.
Bring her back. She goes into the other trailer. Other friends start warming her up. I go over there, and she's butt naked on the bed. Oh, hey, you ready to do my homeboy? She's like, fuck yeah. So I go in there and I do it, and purposely to make an example so everyone knows how the fuck Joe rolls, I made the whole trailer shake for about a half an hour.
Ooh.
On
Moving on with that bullshit. Okay.
I was 20 years old. I'm just saying. I was 20 years old.
Yeah, we don't... We're older now.
Okay.
You don't need to...
It was funny.
Old.
It was funny.
You don't need to get into that.
Okay. So anyway...
You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You're okay.
I had another friend there who wanted to cheat on his girlfriend because they were arguing constantly. And it was like, why the fuck are you even with her? You're arguing, blah, blah, blah.
That's a good reason.
I finally talked him into doing it. Because I'm like, dude, you're fucking unhappy. Just go do it, man. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event. Here, fucking do it. Okay? Girl is down. Okay, let's go. So he goes. Right? Then he does it. Then I have another friend. He's fucking walking around the trailers the whole goddamn time, butt naked, sweaty. I'm like, dude, put some fucking pants on. He won't put his pants on. But whatever. He starts hitting it. And it's dark in the trailer and shit. And I walk up and I smack his fucking ass like, go get that shit. And just like a high five kind of thing. But it was with the butt cheek.
No, that was gay.
Oh, whatever.
That was your 5% right there.
Here's your 5%.
If you want to say it's gay, fine. Go ahead. So I think it's just teamwork. And then there was other things that happened, like
he was walking around nude.
Where did you grow up?
North Highlands. So, and there were plenty of things that happened over that time period, over 3 days, where, for one, there was plenty of moments where I'm on one end of a chick, and then my other friend is on the other end of that chick, and we're high-fiving and shit like that, and it happened, for 3 days. I wasn't there the whole time because I had to work. I had bills to pay.
You had a wife.
I had a wife on the way. That was the only time I ever
He could
cheated. I
rock and
swear to
roll-
God.
He could rock and roll all night, but only part of every day because he had errands. So he got errands.
And party part of the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's more to it than that. I mean, there was plenty of times where we were hitting it, and my friends are playing video games while they're sitting on the edge of the bed, and we're all just taking our turns. And and there was a lot of shit that happened in those 3 days.
Well, good. Good for
Yeah,
you.
you know
I'm
what?
going to
And-
think of this every time I have a sewage incident.
Yeah, and the way I looked at it was, this was a once in a lifetime event.
I had to move out of my house.
I had
and they
only
brought
been
trailers
with
in.
I had only been with 2 fucking people in my life, including my future ex-wife, and I was like, "Fuck it, man! You're here in Rome, get your fucking bone on." So I did, and you know what?
So can I ask you a question?
And I don't regret it.
If you drive by sewage treatment facilities,
No,
Do you get a hard on?
no, I
If you
don't.
drive by a trailer park, do you get a hard on?
No, I don't. No, I don't. Fuckers. No, I don't.
Oh shit.
Well, I can safely say that as much as Joe on the show portrays that he doesn't know what we're talking about or do anything, I don't think I've ever partaked in anything like this.
He's naive is not the word. It's inexperienced with
that
a
seems
lot of
pretty
life.
experienced.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I haven't done that you guys have done, but I've had some opportunities and I took advantage of them.
Fisting?
No, but saw
No
those
feasting.
2 girls. I saw those 2 girls
No fisting.
go to town on each other, and
The 2 chicks in the trailer.
it was a sight. Yeah,
Did
Did you put
anybody?
them in trailers together? Because they were in separate trailers originally.
yeah.
But you guys
No, we
merged them?
all fused together and became a family.
Okay. Like the Manson family.
Yes.
Did anybody shower in those 3 days? Because
I-
that sounds like a horrendous time.
Oh, my buddy, I'm not kidding you. My buddy had a fucking
Porta potty?
paper bag full of condoms, all different kinds.
But that's not what I asked.
I'm just
anybody
saying
shower?
that adds to it, man.
Fuck condoms.
I think so. I don't know because I left. I wasn't there. I didn't stay there the whole time. I went there. I stayed for a few hours. I left and lived
came
my
back?
life. I went to work. Yeah. The second night I didn't partake because the girls weren't into it. Apparently they had to be drunk to want to fuck everybody. So the second night they weren't really that drunk, so they weren't really down. So and I'm not a pusher. I don't push on that shit. I only want them if they want me. So they didn't want me that night, so I left. The third night was when the shit got,
Shit got real.
the first night and the third night.
I'm just wondering if you show up the next day and they're just fucking gross sweat and
Like nobody showered the ladies.
matted hair.
It was a weird thing. You could definitely smell the body fluids in the air, man.
eyes are closed from being glued shut. Things like that.
I cannot see you.
You know what? I mean, look, that was a long time ago. That was like half of my life ago. But the more I talk about it, the more I remember that night. And I was like, holy fuck. I remember the whole time we were doing that shit, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe we're fucking doing this. My friend even brought his little brother in, who was like 14 at the time.
You guys all shared fluids.
And he was getting blown while I was hitting the chick from behind, and he just kept giggling like a little fucking kid the whole time.
Because he literally was.
And I had to stop because he wouldn't fucking stop laughing, and it made me fucking laugh. And oh my God, yeah, good times. In the old trailers.
When I was younger, there was this girl that had the reputation of she was older. She was 18, so she was out of school, and we were in 7th or 8th grade. I don't know what it was, but she had this reputation of she liked him young. So my friends decided that they were going to go over to her house. Everybody knew her, and
In the biblical sense?
both, yeah. They wanted to get blowjobs. Like, I'm not really interested in this shit, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm like that with hand jobs. I can do that myself.
It just doesn't. It
I
doesn't
can't blow
do-
myself though.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me, but it's just one of those things where my brain went, there's something wrong with this.
I think we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
And you were like, she's actually molesting people.
Yeah, she's you
You
walk into
got
a
the
room
bad vibes.
and she's got posters up from Playboy and all this other stuff,
Uh-huh.
and she's blowing my friends or whatever else, and like it's your turn. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
You know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
Lady seems a
I'm
little old
okay.
I also have a rule like
Well,
something
it
similar
wasn't-
to that. If they're unattractive, like some people are like, well, dude, she sucks your dick. Who cares? I'm like, no. if she's ugly, I don't want anything ugly touching my dick.
Yeah, she was not
A spring chicken?
Yeah, well, she's 18, you know. I mean,
Oh, she was okay.
But she wasn't like in any sort of shape. She had a shape,
Was she portly?
but she was round. You know.
That's why you don't like fat chicks.
No, I just don't like. I don't care.
She
it's just not my
ruined
thing.
it from the get-go.
I never liked them anyways. It doesn't. Not that I didn't like. I'm not sexually attracted
It's
to
not your thing. I get it.
Large women.
fat chicks, if you want to call it that. I just no. She. It wasn't that. If she had a pretty face,
Yeah.
probably a different story.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, no, she was like Jabba ugly. she wasn't.
Wonga.
Yeah, she wasn't just like fucking, you know, massively overweight at 18, like fucking like Joe overweight.
Yeah.
And I'm just using you as an example.
That's fine. I know.
But she was from what I don't think she was morbidly obese, but she was fat at 18.
She's got a stuffed animal that just goes.
Yes.
She had a refrigerator in her room. She
Full of Snickers bars.
yeah.
She has to replenish her fluids.
She had a McDonald's in her room, Joe. Okay?
Oh,
There was a chick.
McDLT.
Yeah.
There was a chick that hung
I love those
around.
things.
Those are good.
Hung around with a group when we were a teenager. Well, I was a teenager. You weren't a teenager.
Keeps the hot side hot and the cold
you're
side
old.
cold.
We called her McDonald's because we said over 1 million served.
Right.
Yeah, that's the whole.
I can't remember who that was, but
I do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor that said that?
No, we had there
no,
was
that's her
no,
friend.
no, he was aware of this person.
And
It's a group of friends.
and a friend of mine wanted to get with her.
Okay.
Well, I can say his name. He's dead. Carl.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
Carl would get with anything, let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Hey man, Carl can pull strippers, and that's amazing.
Without spending a ton of money.
They
because
actually
he didn't
really
have
liked
it.
him.
Yeah, that's.
He
They
did
made a
not-
connection.
He did not have a ton of money.
I don't know how he did it, but goddamn, he never had sex with him.
It was the
But-
gold chain.
But goddamn, that dude could fucking talk anybody into anything.
Did he have Coke?
No.
No.
He did it without Coke.
No, he had very, very few resources
Yeah.
and not even good looking. Looked like the skater. Was the skater Scott something with the balding head? Look him up. He's a figure skater.
Oh,
Brian
not,
Boitano?
not Brian Boitano.
No.
Scott Hamilton.
Scott Hamilton. Looked like Scott Hamilton.
Did he?
Yeah, look it up.
No.
You got the computer. Look it up.
No, he didn't look like Scott Hamilton.
That's what it reminded me of. You got to get Scott Hamilton like
Who's the
not
guy that was married to Brooke
his
Shields?
early years.
He was a tennis player.
That was somebody else.
The,
See, you're looking at him old. You can't look at him old. Go to the images.
There was Pete Sampras, and then there was the guy that was married to Brooke
Andre
Shields. Agassi?
Agassi.
Was it Agassi?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he look like Agassi?
No.
That's not Andre
You got to go
Agassi.
down to when he was young. No.
Guy looks like a fucked up Paul
Go
Giamatti.
to the damn
I know.
images.
It didn't. I don't know.
Okay, see the one down there with like the multicolored suit and the halfway bald head?
Here you go.
See? It looks like Carl. Telling you. Laura?
Yeah, kinda.
Looks like Carl. The multicolored one down there and the thing.
I can't move the mouse.
Why not?
Because he's covering some junk.
Because
Can you, say, turn your head or something? Or
the one down there where he's got the multicolored. No. Yeah, that one. Click that picture. That one. Carl.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, see? Let's put him in like an unbuttoned shirt with a gold chain. Scott Hamilton.
What if we
it's
can
a young
find-
Scott Hamilton.
What if we could find one like? There we go. The Scott Hamilton Quintet
That's
featuring young Scott.
That's not Scott Hamilton. None of those people are Scott Hamilton. No.
Anyways, yeah, Carl had this ability to.
Mr. Balding at an
he was
overly
the
young
Pied
age.
Piper of strippers. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he was. He was balding at a very young age. He was short. He was overly thin.
But they didn't blow on his flute.
Maybe
You said he never.
What if we could find a picture of him
on the interwebs.
on the interwebs?
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
This is a
Holy
story.
fuck. Fucking
first
shit.
fucking picture.
I found a picture of Carl.
God bless Carl.
Coral. It's from an obit.
Yeah. So I'll have to save that. Hold on a second. Send flowers. Why would I want to send flowers?
Send flowers. Why not?
It's been 12 fucking years.
Well, just send flowers still.
Fuck you.
Why not?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, see? Scott Hamilton.
Your quote unquote mom. Like, it's not really his mom, but
That was his mom, though. That's the funny part. His actual mom, quote unquote, looked like Scott Hamilton. So basically, what we're saying is Mike's friend looked like Scott Hamilton.
I don't know if he looked like Scott.
He looks like
Can we see,
Scott
like, a
Hamilton.
closer up of it because it's very far away.
I don't know.
What the
I think
fuck
it's
is
a
that?
dick. That's not
High five.
fave.
Chengui.
None of these. What's that weird baby picture?
Distressing
God,
dolls.
I love weird Google image searches. And actually, anytime I really Google anything, I also hit images just to see. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Things I don't get enjoyment out of is the fact that Craigslist no longer has the personal ads.
God damn it, that really pisses me off.
I loved going to those things, and I would just
Those
hit
were fun to read.
pictures only.
Mark used to go to the best of Craigslist.
Yeah.
That was...
He did. But I used to go, like, when I would, like, have an off time, like, if I just couldn't get something at work or I was in the middle of projects and I didn't want to start another one yet, and I would just pull up the Craigslist personal and hit for ads, like, everything with a picture, and just look at this and be like, people actually put photos of their dicks on Craigslist.
Yeah.
Who does that? Just like, I don't know, like, just click, there's my dick, looking for fun on a Sunday. Are you kidding me right now?
Dude, if you like see
Scott Hamilton.
like they used to have women on there that would say, "Oh yeah, come on over for 15 minutes during this time, go down on me while I eat Cheetos or some shit."
Really?
And then you have to leave, and that's it. Yeah,
yeah. There's just
there's some weird shit. Yeah.
They'd be like,
I see, I never read that. I never read the women's.
calling meth Tina, you know.
Uh-huh.
Because they
I
want
never
meth.
read those. I just looked for people who put pictures of their dick on there.
Yeah. So that's Carl.
So that was right before he passed, huh?
That was
Pretty close.
That's 12 years ago, right there. That's just under 12 years ago.
That was 3 months before. It was 2 months before he died. So
Scott Hamilton.
I'm still pissed off about that whole thing. So
Yeah, I remember
that entire fucking family can fuck off.
You told me about it a couple times.
We should just let that be known right now that family can fuck off.
I just did.
And again,
Like
to be clear,
his
you,
grandparents
Carl's
are
family.
pieces of shit.
yeah.
His mom and his dad were nothing but fucking coddlers, you know, and he couldn't do anything without his mom's permission.
It was basically like that family line died with Carl, and that probably wasn't a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So by proxy, I say, fuck you, Carl's family.
Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
unfortunate. I mean, and my favorite story of all was December. I called him December of 2006, right before I, moved to Southern California.
It's like 5-6 months before he passed.
And I was like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going?" He's like, "Oh, I got bad news." I'm like, what? He's like, "Cancer's back." I'm like, "Oh,
Well, that sucks.
yeah, that sucks. Are you gonna?" I said, "Are you gonna go through?" He's like, "I'm done with chemo. I'm done with radiation. I'm done with that shit. I don't care anymore." I said, "Can I have your stuff?" In typical Mike fashion. And he goes, "Fuck off." I'm like, good. I'm glad to see that your sense of humor is not dead. He goes, "Well, this is even better." Because if you know Carl and his history with his family and whatever else, he fucking hated most of his family. His dad looks just like him, which is unfortunate, and he's still alive, which is amazing. He goes, "Yeah, so I'm calling it quits on this one. I'm going out my way." I'm like, "How you going to do it?" He goes, "Easter Sunday. I'm going to tell everyone on Easter Sunday I have cancer." I'm like, that is the most evil fucking shit.
It's like, Happy Easter. I have cancer. I'm dying.
I have cancer. I'll be dead in a month. Happy Easter. And he sure as shit followed through on it. And the problem is that his mother would not let him go out the way he wanted to go out. I called him every single fucking day for a month, and not one return phone call. His mom didn't pick up the phone. He didn't pick up the phone because she wouldn't let him pick up the phone. Nothing. I called him every day, and then I moved, and I called him again and said, "Hey, Carl, it's Mike, blah, blah, blah." Nothing. And then I called him again. I'm worried. What the fuck is going on? And his mom picked up, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, Carl's dead." I'm like, wait a second. When did this happen? He goes, "Oh, it happened a week ago." Like,
Thanks for the phone call.
And I said to her, I have called every other fucking day and then every other week. In the middle of me moving, in the middle of all this shit going on, I made sure to call him. And you didn't pick up the fucking phone? Click. And that's what I hung up on her and never spoke to him again.
Yep. That's pretty much the story.
So I guess Mark and Mom and Laura went to the funeral, if you want to call it that. And it was pathetic because...
Was it more about the mom than anybody else?
Yeah, it was completely about the mom. She didn't have a picture of anybody other than Carl in the photo book. It was just all pictures of Carl. It was depressing.
So it was all about her, yeah. It was all about her, her son, her baby.
There was nothing in there about his friends. In fact, once in a while I'll see, I can't remember his name, but we went to high school with him. I'll see one of his good friends. Nothing in there for anybody that ever took a picture with him other than just him.
Yeah.
That's pathetic. That's awful.
Yeah.
I didn't go. Dad didn't go. So I don't think Mark went. I know that Mom went, but
No, he didn't go.
Yeah.
Mark wasn't big on funerals.
yeah, so that was that. And unfortunately, I mean, it is what it is. I totally brought this whole podcast down.
You did. I don't even know what we have time for anymore.
And now it's funerals with Heather.
All right, misconceptions of dating.
Yeah, you know what? I'd be excited about that too.
Funerals with Heather.
Down with that too. So excited.
I did not mean to start
Dead people.
something.
No, that's okay. Open relationships. We've talked about this at the beginning of the show.
Bad idea. Don't do it.
Are they?
Yeah.
Why?
My
Don't do
ex-wife had an open relationship.
Well, it wasn't really an open relationship. It was, yeah, I guess. Is cheating considered an open relationship?
No, that's actually just that's
going
just
behind
cheating.
your back.
Yeah, that's just cheating. Open relationships when
with
it's open
permission,
for
yeah.
either. For either party.
Yeah,
but
sneaking
usually,
is not, yeah.
usually you talk to them about it, from what I understand, and you talk to them about it, and you have agreements and boundaries.
Yeah, I mean,
and
the word open means you're open to other,
other options,
other
people. It's open, and I have known people who have had these, and about 50% of them seem to work, and about 50% of them really ended badly. But that is just not for me. I am too possessive,
territorial.
Yeah, I am way too greedy for that crap.
Yeah.
Have you ever had sex on your father-in-law's back?
What?
With your significant other?
On his no.
Never?
On his back.
On his back.
No.
Hold on, I gotta find it.
No.
Have you ever seen the episode of fucking Family Guy where Peter and Lois knock out Carter and then have sex on his back?
No.
That's what I was looking for.
There's a
Sex
first-
behind your back or sex on your back.
first for
Okay,
everything.
I get it. I was like, what the fuck? No. Why would anyone do that? No, I think that for me especially, that's just kind of a no-go. And I honestly think that people I've been with, that's been a no-go. There was one guy I dated very briefly that was into the whole
This is it.
voyeur cuckold thing. I guess that would be considered a voyeur and open relationship. I guess we never took it to that level. We never got to that point, but he made it very clear that he was into that. Again, not my bag. So wasn't interested in that. I don't need anybody else in the room.
Peter's prostate exam is like so fucking uncomfortable, dude.
It is uncomfortable. So what about you, Joe? What about open relationships with you?
I've listened to old podcasts, and you seem pretty good with that.
My viewpoints have changed over the years. I've learned that people are so different with their needs and wants and desires, and that it's like, who the fuck am I and who the fuck are they to tell me that I have to settle down and just accept things to be a certain way? I think that, well, of course you should be with the right person, because if you're with the wrong person, you don't want to do something that's going to hurt the other person. So, fuck. Hey, if you like doing it, more power to you. If you don't, like me, I don't know where I'm at right now. I really don't. I don't want to sit there and say I'm this or I'm that, because when it comes down to it, I might end up just being that same loyal dog that I've always been.
So are you or are you not into open relationships?
I might be. I absolutely might be.
Okay.
You never tried it, so you don't know?
Because I'll tell you what, after dealing with marriage, and now it's been a decade. It's been a decade since. So I gave away a decade. Now it's been a decade since then. I don't want to rush into that shit. So I actually would want to go out and have some fucking fun. And
well, I know, but I mean, an open relationship.
Are you okay with the chick banging somebody else?
as long as we're not committed to each other,
No, you are committed to each other. You have a relationship.
That's an open relationship.
That
But you can bang other people too.
I don't think that's for me. I don't.
But you can bang other people too.
I think I'd be more open. I think I'd be more open to like swinging and like couple orgies kind of thing. But I would not be into her going out and just banging someone else.
Randomly.
Because I don't think I could do that. I think that I would end up being that person who's that stays loyal.
Yeah, it's an
I'm gonna go out on a limb
intimate
here.
relationship that's consensually non-monogamous.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that if I was in an open relationship, it would end badly because somebody would be jealous that I got too much.
Like I've said before, I know people that are in open relationships, and I've said to them, unless you are prepared to have an open relationship, most relationships like that don't work because psychologically someone is going to get jealous and it'll be fucked up.
Yeah.
And the person that I was talking to, she mentally she's okay with the whole open relationship thing, but she also gets feelings for people, so she thinks that having feelings is a bad thing. Well, it's not. That's not what it's about. But like I said to her, and I because I can't tell anybody don't do it.
Right.
Go experience life, see what you want out of life, and then go from there.
Go figure shit out.
The problem with open relationships isn't the person that wants to have an open relationship. It's the people that are jumping into the relationship that don't understand what an open relationship is.
Yeah.
So, like I said, for her, she understands and she knows exactly what she wants out of a relationship. It's the people that she's dating that are just saying yes, and it's not everybody, but a majority of these
not really
people.
getting how it works.
Because, they're just saying yes so that they can have sex, and this and that and the other thing, and then realizing that that's not what they want.
So you can't even consider, say, just fuck buddies with someone in an open relationship, right? Because that's just, because you could be fucking other people too, and they could be fucking other people. So that's not
just
an open.
sex.
That's,
No.
Yeah.
Open relationship definition is that you have a base relationship with someone.
It's an intimate relationship with consensually non-monogamous. It's polyamory.
Yeah.
Well, polyamory is when you have somebody that and they know that you have.
Yeah, doesn't that usually mean that you bring them? Doesn't that mean you usually bring them into the bedroom?
Yeah, sometimes. So it's multiple relationships.
It's a intimate relationship between two partners who agree to have sexual relationships with other people.
Yeah.
So fuck buddies, but having a relationship with somebody else.
Like we're together, boyfriend and girlfriend, but I can also fuck this dude and you can fuck that chick.
Right.
Not
just no kissing on the lips or something else like that.
Yeah, some people do.
Yeah, I mean,
some
there
people
could
do
be
have
like a
rules.
specific like thing of intimacy where this only happens with us, but you can do all these other things with other people.
That's
like fisting.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
You can fist with them all you want.
Yeah, just don't fuck fist me, motherfucker.
Right.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you can fist
Or
with
you
them all
can
you
only
want.
fist
You
me.
just
Yeah.
can't. You just can't kiss them on the forehead.
Right.
Hey, or you can't lick anyone's earlobes except mine or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Stay away from the dirty penny.
Yeah. No dirty penny. Not relationship.
Yeah.
It's possible.
All right.
That's what it is.
Okay. Well, there we go. So we're all we all believe that open relationships won't work for us
Yeah.
Probably
because
not.
we don't have that
I'm
mental
I
aptitude.
think I'd be willing to maybe give it a shot, maybe, or just to flirt with the idea. But I have this strong feeling that when it came down to it, I would not be down. I don't think I would be.
I don't fucking share.
Okay.
It's mine, god damn it.
What's the drink of the day, Joe?
Pissed all over. It's mine.
It is
What is it?
the Shocker Shooter.
Oh.
All right.
How do you get to the pink and one?
All right. First, you throw in half an ounce of Amaretto.
That's the stink.
Then you throw in half an ounce of Midori. Then half an ounce of Bacardi Rum. Half an ounce of Southern Comfort. And, oh, hey, guess what? Half an ounce of Absolut Vodka.
It's a lot of fucking liquor.
That is a lot of liquor. That's going to make
That's 2.5 shots.
Then you shake it lightly with some ice and strain into a large shot glass.
a large one. Absolutely.
Yeah, is this like is
How
that like a
would that
5-finger shot
taste?
glass or what?
How would that taste? The Amaretto throws the whole thing off.
I-
Midori is very sweet. So is the Southern Comfort.
Vodka.
And vodka.
That's a
and
lot of
rum.
mixture of different booze.
I
man.
think it would taste like
Terrible.
kiwi, a kiwi lemonade, kiwi lime, orange juice thing.
I think it would taste like if you went into a convenience store and you stuck your cup under every single different soda that they had there at the fountain, and then you let it go bad for 3 days in the sun, and then you shook it up.
I'm gonna have to
This
try
is
it.
way too much. I think it would taste like if you walked into a convenience store and drank a small carton of orange juice, and let the Arab guy behind the counter fart in your mouth.
It might be.
That would add the Midori sour part.
Well, the Southern Comfort to me just kind of tastes like underage drinking. So
Southern Comfort, when you don't know how to drink, but you want to get drunk.
Yeah, and you want to throw up the next
there's
day.
like nothing in there to change the
Southern
It's
Comfort
all
is-
just booze. It's just
This is way too sweet.
it's all too much booze.
So is Midori.
Yeah, this and this are way too sweet.
That's what I was thinking. Those two, and then
What's
the
sweet?
Bacardi
rum,
doesn't.
the rum and the
Southern
vodka balance
Comfort.
it out. But what about the Amaretto?
Yeah,
It's a whole different
Isn't
roll.
the Amaretto and the Midori are sweet, right? And the rest of it's
Amaretto's
No,
its
Southern
whole,
Comfort's
it's its own grandpa.
Sweet.
is it sweet?
Yeah.
Because it just tastes like whiskey to me, right?
No,
No.
it's like a peachy whiskey. It's
It's-
bad.
Ugh.
Oh God, it's so bad.
I would never drink that shit again. I got so drunk
I
off
hate
that shit.
fucking gin. I
Every
can't stand
time I
gin.
think of Southern Comfort now, I think about I equate it to like someone who's vomited on a shag carpet.
I drank Southern Comfort with a bunch of friends. We went camping. Oh my god, that was a fucking mistake. Won't do it again.
But
Not
you
gonna
have
do
a
it.
memory. It gave you a memory, didn't it?
Yeah, that memory was.
God,
don't do
when I
it
had
again.
a home bar, I had Southern Comfort. I had one bottle of Southern Comfort, and that bottle of Southern Comfort lasted for so long
Yeah.
because it was only when you added it to certain drinks.
I was
It was
like, that was a-
never.
Don't
a
they have
drink.
like Southern Comfort peppermint for holidays now?
I think so.
I have to look
I had
it
my
up.
friend's mom buy me a bottle of gin when I was a teenager.
Because you're like, why not start with gin?
I wanted to try it. I never had it
Because you heard
before.
the song "Gin and Juice."
Yeah, you know what? I think that's fucking what it was. Because I was a huge Snoop Dogg dude, and so
Gin is not for the weak.
and it was around that time.
No,
it was
it's
like
not.
it was like 94, 95 around that time. So yeah, good. Gin tastes to me exactly like if you drink rubbing alcohol.
No. So one of my good friends and I, Aubrey and I, have an affinity for gin. In different forms, but you have to know how to mix it and how to drink it. So
Yes.
I'm a big fan of gin and tonics, but I like 2 limes.
What is the tonic in gin and tonic?
Tonic.
It's tonic water. So it's like a fuzzy water.
Okay, so it's just like seltzer or vinegary water or what?
What is that sweet fucking liqueur? Is like Elise or what is it called?
Alze?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Have you ever had sambuki?
Sambuca?
Sambuca? Is
Yeah,
it
it's
like
not good.
It's Zambuca.
Sambuca? It's
It's
like
not good.
I like it.
Licorice.
It's like coffee mixed with something else, or
Licorice.
ugh.
That's why Mike likes it. It's gross.
I like fucking Bailey's, man.
Alze, I think I did a promo with that one time.
I made a shake a couple weeks ago with just a banana, coffee, and some Bailey's. It was fucking good. It was really good.
How do I spell it? How do you spell it?
I add an E to the end of that. The E.
It's
Your Google search over here.
I know,
Add an E
nothing's
to
working.
it. Add an E to it.
Nothing's working.
Well, that's your own computer. That's not my fault.
It's all fucking ruined.
And now we're back to Family Guy. Nothing's working. He's getting very angry.
Isn't that hilarious that Joan Rivers died from complications of having surgery, plastic surgery?
Because she had a buttload of plastic surgery?
Yeah,
How did you even come up with that right now?
because they just showed her decapitated head on fucking Futurama.
Alizé Blue Liquor, Red Passion, Gold Passion. Yeah. ALIZE with the weird French thing on it. So basically what that is vodka containing varieties. They're only 36 proof though.
That's 18%.
Alizé may be mixed with a variety of beverages and fruit juices, including lime juice, pineapple juice, and grapefruit juice. Ooh, may also contain sparkling wine, gin, and coconut milk. Coconut milk?
Coke.
Why would you put coconut milk in a boobs drink? That just is like you're asking to throw up in the gutter outside.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good at all. All right, what are we on? Besides that terrible drink. You know what? I'm actually glad that I don't know about these ahead of time and have to make them because that sounds fucking gross.
It does seem like too much different kinds of alcohol
Blech.
mixed together.
Black. And I would probably actually be fine with that. It's anytime you introduce cream or whipped cream or something like that, it becomes a problem.
Creme.
Creme. It's the creme.
What the fuck is going on?
This computer's going
Ryan's
to
having
explode.
Mike's having a computer issue here.
Okay.
I think he has multiple tabs inside of another
He has
tab.
multiple personalities.
Please stop with your computer expertise. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, that's fine. All right. Can we just do this? Okay, I can kill that one. Bye-bye. That's fine. So, have you ever had the Elise liquor, Joe?
No.
No.
I'm not joking. Never mind.
You've never had it either?
No.
Okay, Shelly used to buy it. Ugh. It's
Actually, it's Alizé.
Oh, is it Alizé? Is that Alizé? Okay.
Alizé.
I always called it Elise.
Yeah, I've heard it.
That sounds like something you get when you need to sleep.
I've heard it in fucking so many
I need the Alizés.
R&B and rap songs.
Yeah, Alizé and ice cream.
Something you take for pain medication.
I need the Alizés.
I need my Elise.
Rub it in.
I never found it. It's way too sweet, but
Well, it's a liqueur.
you can buy online and have Alizé delivered to your door in under an hour.
I'm good, thank you.
No, you can't. You cannot, at least in California,
Yeah. Maybe
buy
in
liquor
another
online at all.
Maybe in another state.
That's like buying cigarettes from a place in Reno and then having them transported here.
Like in a big truck driven by Eddie Murphy.
Put it under a coat and be like, nothing to declare. Toodle-oo.
Well, yeah, people still go to fucking Reno and buy $3 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah. God bless that Indian tobacco store.
God bless duty free.
Just bring it on through.
Yeah. So
doesn't it show, doesn't that prove no matter how much you charge for cigarettes, people are still going to fucking buy them?
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't make any sense to charge.
It doesn't make any sense at all to overcharge.
What are they going to do with that fucking tax? What are they doing with the tax money?
Not what they should.
Nothing. They're literally doing nothing.
Lining
with
their
tax money.
pockets.
So
It's like the lottery. Oh, we're going to give so much of it to schools, and they give
I live in the hood.
like 1/4%. To
I live in a
schools.
shitty area, and everyone's still walking around smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
So they're still people are still fucking buying them. They're almost
still
$10 a
good.
pack.
brandy. Do you guys like brandy?
Nope.
Really?
No, I'm not a fan.
If I've had brandy, I don't recall.
It is my favorite alcoholic drink.
Really?
Yes.
Ew.
I think brandy to me, a lot of things taste like whiskey to me because I don't have that palate. Because I don't drink a lot of alcohol.
Brandy is
Like tequila to me tastes like fucking whiskey.
brandy would not taste like. There's no way that tequila can taste like whiskey.
I told that.
I can actually, as soon as you say it, I can taste it. And I mean, I have it to put in different recipes, and I've had it at various occasions where that's just what they drink, and you do it to celebrate. So I was in a Mexican wedding one time, and you drink.
Oh yeah.
You drink the Hennessy or whatever the fuck it was that they were passing around.
Right, but tequila. No, tequila.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was Cavassier.
Yeah, tequila does not taste like whiskey.
Pass the Cavassier.
It has nothing to do with having an extremely formed.
It's just like with
palate.
beer to me. A lot of beers taste the fucking same to me.
Every beer fucking tastes the same.
Well,
and they're like, taste this beer. It tastes like blood orange.
The only time I
beer.
taste the difference is if it's like a fucking one of those IPAs or fucking
Not even that.
or dark ale.
So, yeah, most beers are going to taste the same. You have the pale ales, which is like Coors Light, stuff like that, and then you have the darkers and whatever else. The tequilas and the whiskeys are completely separate tasting.
Yeah.
There is.
I told you. I said that you're gonna think I'm fucking crazy, but to me, it just tastes the fucking same.
There's no way. They're brewed differently. There's no way it could taste the
You
same.
understand that people could
Some
have.
people
I could
don't
have a different
smell
palate.
well. Yeah, some people don't smell well. So, I mean, it's possible.
I don't.
But brandy is not my bag. But I actually think Cavassier is actually like a cognac instead of a brandy, which is different too.
Yeah, I like cognacs as well, but brandies are.
You also like, I'm assuming, ports.
Yes. I
Look,
like
most alcohols taste like shit to me. I fucking hate them.
Yeah, he's a port lover. That's all in that same category because a port is like a wine that's fortified with brandy.
Yeah.
Essentially. So.
But as it is, enough with the liquor talk.
I could talk about liquor all night.
Midori, Bacardi, Southern Comfort, Absolut Vodka, and Amaretto mixed together and drink in a shot glass.
And then vomit into a bucket.
I was going to say, and then puke directly into an open storm drain.
Or a pig's trough.
Or watch your liver run out of your body after it punches you in the nuts.
No.
He jumps out and goes, "Fuck this!"
Yeah.
Smacks you.
That drink is immediately followed by regrettable decisions.
All right, so let's hear the old lady orgasming one more time.
Oh, Manuel! I don't even know where we're at. Oh,
I got it.
Okay.
That
hold
lady
on.
doesn't know where she's at.
Hold on.
Right.
You do not just stop. We have to do something.
The hedgehog.
So stop talking. Okay. On the previous episode of Lubricated Aunt, Beth saved Bill from a harrowing death. She inspected his penis and then went to bed. In Arizona, she grabbed a letter, her shower clogs, and a towel, and was surprised to see someone named
Clogs.
Tina, legs pulled up in a crab-like position, yelling at someone to eat it. Eat it good! Beth then ran away, the Milky Way on display
Right through
over
to
her head.
Texas.
Stars out, spinning overhead. There was no fisting involved. And now,
Aw.
I think Devo wrote this. Because you got to eat it.
eat it good.
Fist it.
Eat it
Fist it
good.
good.
Okay, where are we at, Mike?
We are.
Well, first we need some Ron Jeremy music.
We need music.
There you go. It's like a creepy detective film.
Here we go.
Who's those naughty drug dealers? Oh, no, we're going to go up. We gotta go down. Go down.
I had it at this perfect spot.
It's not there anymore.
It's right here.
Beth was stunned. Tina Ramirez. No, we read this part.
Nope.
Tina Ramirez. The voice had to be Tina, and she was not alone. As she stood rooted to the spot, she could hear other sounds.
Absolutely, she
Coming
read
from
it.
the side.
It's got the worker's hands. She already read all this. I swear to God, dude.
He's fuffing at you. You want me to continue?
See the eat it up.
Please
Lou?
stop. I did it on purpose, and now everything's fucked up. I wanted it this way.
Where do you want me to go from? Beth was stunned.
I don't know. Hold on a second.
Tina Ramirez, the voice had to be Tina. No, it's gone away.
Right here.
It's gone flaccid.
Beth leapt away from the window as if she had just gotten an electric shock, her hand over her mouth. She spun on her heel, jamming the letter into the pocket of her robe and half running, half walking towards the showers. She'd never imagined Tina Ramirez to be like that. She was going to have to revise her opinion of her.
By the way, Ramirez is spelled wrong.
It is. That's true.
Ramirez.
Maybe that's how she spells it in her country. She clenched her fist. She was going to have to do something about things like that. She would use all her moral force to stop perversion like that. She didn't know who the naked man was, but she would find out and bring conduct like that to an end. She was almost shaking with indignation and rage as she followed the sign and painted arrow that said women and stepped into the showers. It was a big room. Lean, dimly lit by a single bulb near the ceiling.
Bob?
Bulb. Stalls open on one
bub.
side lined the wall. Beth, trying to forget what she saw, turned a nozzle and water leaped out a shower head in a fine needle spray, and as she held her hand under it, she felt it grow hot and steam rise around her. She grinned in relief and quickly took off her robe and stepped nakedly out of her shower cogs.
They're clogs.
They're cogs right now. I don't know why they're cogs, but they are no longer clogs. While adjusting the cold water, getting the shower just right, and stepping under it with a contented sigh.
Yes, dear.
You asked.
I love this song. This song is fucking awesome. Chapter 2.
I gotta wait until it gets grooving. Beth was soaping her body with a great bubbling globs sliding slowly down her body, aligning her shape magnificently. She scrubbed soap into her hair, her eyes squeezed shut, and soon had a great mass of soap making her thick and slippery. A sound, the sound of someone moving, made her open her eyes and say, "Oh!" as soap stung her eyes. She just had time to glimpse a figure standing, looking at her. Ah, you got soap in your eyes, her voice said.
You got
The
soap
stinging
in your
of
eyes.
the soap was too much
Must have been the Irish
for
Spring.
Beth to answer. It was a woman's voice, and Beth could only sputter a laugh. Never before had anyone come into her bathroom while she was bathing. It was a new experience to her that came right on top of her having discovered Tina Ramirez in all her lewdness. She bent over and rubbed hard at her eyes, finally managed to say, "I'm sorry, you startled me." The woman laughed.
You're the new teacher, aren't you?
You've been brewing that, haven't you?
I had to.
You're the new teacher, ain't you? Beth could only nod her head. The thick shampoo had lathered on her hair. It was oozing down her face, and she hopped into the shower on one foot and then on the other, squealing as the soap seemed to seep between her tightly shut eyes. The woman was older, 35, with short cropped blonde hair and a tomboy kind of good looks. She took Beth's lovely, lithe body in with all wet and glistening with water and suds sliding down her firm, well-formed thighs. The woman's mouth opened and her eyes became wet as she watched Beth's firm, sensuous young breasts shake and quiver as her buttocks squirmed and a streak of white, bubbly soap slid down in the small of her back and then slipped like mercury into the deep crevice between her wetly glistening buttocks.
Wetly.
Here, she said,
okay,
snapping
Joe?
out of her reverie
I'm
and
trying
hastily
to get
taking off her
I
robe,
just can't.
revealing a good figure of her own. A little heavy but firm for a woman of her age. Her small, firm breasts gave an illusion of youth and boyishness. She stood naked, looking at Beth's body once more, saying, "There's no way to get soap out of your eyes. You've got to rinse them. Bend over. That way all you're doing is getting more in your eyes. Stand up." Something in the woman's voice, a warmth and intimacy, made Beth obey. As she straightened as the woman took in her breasts with a hurried look that narrowed her eyes. Hungry look that narrowed her eyes and made her lips twitch.
Tilt your head back.
She said, stepping back. Her...
Damn, they don't want you to know.
Time out.
Where is it gone?
To be continued.
what?
Continued. What? I'm so excited now. They spend a lot of time talking about the soap.
I guess it's so it's trying to give you a visual, and it's just not working.
No, that's
Because all I'm thinking about is getting soap in my pee hole and then it fucking burning.
like all I can picture is soap in my eyes,
And in my eyes as well,
I
yeah.
lost the rest of the stuff. Like I don't know why this was up.
This is very irresponsible lathering here.
It is. It's a lot of waste of soap.
Here it is. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I gotta make sure. everything's
Really? Go back up for a second.
right. Her. Tilt your head back.
She said, stepping back, her hands on her hips, checking the length of the stalls to see if anyone else had come in. Then her head snapped back and she stepped closer, water spraying on her body in a fine mist, the nipples of her breasts tightening, becoming pointed. "That's it," she said. Her hands stroking her thighs, she watched Beth spread her legs, standing straddled and leaned back so that the overhead shower sprayed directly into her face. Her rib cage stuck out and lifted her full globular breasts.
Globular.
Globular. Who would use globular? That doesn't even sound good.
Globular.
It should be globes. Breasts high and brazen as the woman stepped closer, her eyes half closed and her face set. Beth's pelvic bones jutted provocatively as she thrust her hips forward unknowingly toward the woman whose hands were held out towards Beth's groin. The woman licked her lips and put her hands between her as Beth straightened and blinked an eye.
You getting it?
She asked. I think so. I feel so stupid.
You look stupid. Happens all the time. You haven't gotten it all out yet.
Every single woman that comes here to these showers.
I can get some. I can see some on your other eye.
The woman laughed. Happens all the time. You haven't gotten it all out yet. I can see some in your other eye. Rats, Beth said, rubbing her face. Lean back again, the woman said, stepping forward. Here, let me help you. The woman put her hands around Beth's waist. Beth blinked at the woman, stiffening a bit at her touch. The woman seemed pleasant and smiling. Hi, she said. It's about time we got introduced naked here in the fucking shower. My name's Wilma Gans. You met my husband, Judd Gans?
The fuck?
He's a farmer over on the Varner Ranch, and he runs this camp.
What the fuck, Florida?
Your name is Beth something or other. Carruthers, Beth said. Nice to meet you, Wilma. Even if I can't see you too well. Well, we sure will take care of that, honey.
Fucking 48 hours,
Just you lean back and relax. You got Wilma here to hold you.
You got Wilma here.
You got Wilma here to hold you.
Fred's coming soon.
Beth smiled timidly, looking through one bleary eye and the other squeezed tightly shut. She seemed like such a good woman. One of the common people, the backbone of the country. Simple country
She seemed
folk.
like a good woman in my shower helping me to get the fucking
So
shit out of my eye.
She's the backbone of the country, damn it. Simple country folk. Hard-working peoples. Cement ponds.
They were used to a rough life and helping one another.
And out of the ground came a bubbling crude oil, that is.
Texas tea.
Black gold.
Black gold. Wilma was good looking with the kind of wind-blown, sun-blasted, wide-open face of a Western woman. She was probably
Western.
ordering people around. She remembered her husband as a big man in Western clothes with a silver buckle on his belt and tan face under a straw cowboy's hat
Jed
and hard
Dimino.
blue eyes. Simple, hard-working folk. Come on, honey, just you lean way back, Wilma said, stepping closer and spreading her legs for balance and gripping Beth tighter around her slim waist. It seemed as if Wilma's strong arms could fit all the way around her and join hands. Beth smiled and said, okay. She leaned back and raised her hands to rub her eyes. The water poured into her face, and she felt Wilma's grip around her waist tighten. Lean way back now. Don't worry, I can hold you.
With one hand.
Yeah, with a fist. Beth leaned back with a smile on her lips and felt her thighs press against Wilma's. She was surprised by the firmness of her body as their hips were pressed against together. She felt Wilma's grip shifting on the small of her back. Wilma seizing her wrist with the other hand and making a fist, and then pulled Beth closer. Oh, Beth said. It was only a small sound. One of wonder rather than surprise. She felt Wilma's firm body against hers. Wilma's. Their groins were pushed together, and it was her imagination, or was Wilma crushing her pubic hair into her loins? The hot water showering down on both of them, soaking their bodies, lulling Beth and making her think, for no reason at all, of the night when Bill had her bent helplessly back over the arm of the couch, and it felt so good. I think I'm fine now. No, not yet.
You should have said it, Mike.
You said no.
Not yet.
To cut some in your eyebrows.
And a whole lot in your hair.
I hate it when he gets in your hair. I can see.
I'm not
Beth, honey,
you
you stand up and that pretty long hair of yours will flop in your eyes and you'll be at it all over again. Ain't you ever washed your hair in camp showers before?
a 4.
Who the fuck has ever washed their fucking hair in camp showers before? It's an unhappy ass. Wilma gripped her tighter in the hollow of her back right above her glistening buttocks. We talk a lot about her buttocks that were so taut and rounded. No, Beth said. Wilma was bending her further backwards, bending her knees and pressing her thighs and hips tight together. Especially the hips. Did Wilma realize what she was doing? The way Beth's legs were spread, her vaginal lips were spread slightly, and she could feel the other woman's pubic hair tickling up and down the length of it. You a city girl?
You city girl?
Friendly folk.
We'll make you squeal like a pig. Beth nodded. She didn't want to talk. Wilma was just a good soul who probably put in a hard day's work and wasn't used to formality of not pressing your pubic hair into other people's vaginal crevices.
Not bending someone over backwards like they're going to fucking snap
Yeah,
their back.
Hey, it's all a precursor to the fist.
Simple, direct country manners, damn it. All she was doing, Beth told herself, was lending a helping hand all the way up in a fist. Yet, did she have to do it this way?
To be continued.
Holy shit.
Simple
We're never
country
going to look
folk.
at Rosie the Riveter the same way anymore.
Simple country folk.
She's like this.
Just Country folk in a camp shower, helping with soap in the eyes.
I saw a Jeep Liberty with the Rosie the Riveter sign on the back of it. I don't know how they do the on the windows that you can see through that painting or what the masking job that they do on the windows.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why this person had a Rosie the Riveter with an American flag on it, whatever the purpose is for having that, other than to, have it.
Yeah.
Patriotic feminist.
Whatever their own personal reasons, it doesn't really matter. You brought up the Rosie the Riveter thing, and I saw that on the back of a Jeep.
I just see her with that fist now, and I'm just thinking...
you're thinking about fisting.
Yeah.
Especially in the shower with some good old hardy country folks.
Rosie the Fistiver.
Backbone of the country. Damn it.
Backbone.
I want to see where this shower goes.
It's going to go into chapter 3. Beth's such a prude. I don't know.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Looks like she might end up having her first sexual encounter with the camp chick.
With a
backbone of the country,
with
hardy
Roma.
Country folk.
With some pube rubbing fisting.
Western woman.
I'm wondering, like, if she could feel all of her pubes being smashed down. I mean, how thick is her goddamn bush?
Probably pretty thick when this was written.
Yeah.
They didn't shave him back then.
Yeah, I think she got a little afro
of.
down there or something.
If you were lucky, you got the bikini line.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Silky smooth.
I didn't write this. Although we should try to write our own.
We should each write a paragraph and then pass it on to the other one.
I would write it, but then you would just critique every fucking thing. No, you should do this.
No, you should do this. I red pen this for you.
Wait, no, we'll start. We'll write it, and then Joe will go into like some psychological fucking deep dive. It'd be like, and my wife, and then it'd be like,
you know what it is? It's all about trust.
Yeah.
Trust and trailers.
I don't believe in that stuff. I don't think that people should be doing this to my cunt of a wife.
It's just pubic hair in a mound.
All she did was cheat on me and use me for cocaine.
You had cocaine?
No, it was meth.
Oh.
And meth.
I didn't have the meth, but she spent all the money on meth.
All she did was snort cocaine right off my manly man boob chest. My pendulous swinging breasts hanging in her face.
Globulous.
Oh, yeah? So for a future story, I've got plenty of clever ways she found to get meth.
We should do that. We should write a story, a porno book.
Called Ways to Get Meth.
Yeah. Methylesioma.
Methylthesioma. I give up.
Mesothelioma. Methylesioma.
Done.
All right. What else are we hitting? Anything else?
Nah, that's all we got.
No fisting.
No.
Yeah, I'm a little stretched out.
We're
You're stressed out from the story?
Stretched out.
Stretched.
Oh,
you just said fist. God damn it.
That was a good one too.
I know.
I applaud that one.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
See, that's a worthwhile.
I was still trying to avoid the fisting.
Can't avoid it.
No one can deny the feasting.
Well, this episode had a pretty wide spread, I'll tell you that.
Can't stop stopping.
All right. Joe?
Actually, Mike should do this one with his
cocktails out.
Sounds like Ned.
Hi, I'm Larry King.
Cocktails out.
Cocktails out.
Kumbaya.
Cocktails out.
It's coming right for us.
Watch out, Ned.